Welcome back to Sports Connection. We have the Lady Cougars of Logan County. In girls basketball, we have head coach Dedra Adler, as long as some of our seniors. We have Emily Borders and Carrie Gloyd. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Coming off that season last year, kind of a heartbreaking loss there at the very end in that region tournament. What are some things as a coach and maybe as a player that you all learned from that in order to push through the off season and getting prepared for this upcoming season, which is coming up very, very soon?
Yeah, real soon. I think for us, none of our girls had really experienced that atmosphere. So we definitely wanted to get there, and knowing that a lot of our players would be returning this year, just going ahead and get that under their belt to kind of knock off some nerves. I knew going into that game that nerves were going to plague us early. So I just was hoping that going in at halftime, we would still be able to have a fighting chance to come back in the second half, and we did. It always stinks, overtime, losing by one at the free throw line, just games that you don't forget. But I do think that experience will serve us well going into the next year, and it's been a driving force for us over the summer and in practices. We have a different plan for a different outcome, and want to use that to fuel us.
What are some of the things that you kind of took into the off season and really wanted to focus on with this group going into this season?
Really depth, being able to get some players to step up and come in and play some minutes. We focused on that a lot this summer, looking at some different lineups and different kids playing in some different spots. It's still something that we struggle with a little bit. Our numbers, we've been really working hard to rebuild the program, and have really focused on our youth league and trying to push some kids up through that just haven't quite got to us yet. So we are going to rely on some youth this year to step into some big spots, but coupling that with some experience we've got 4 seniors returning. It's a really big difference. It's a senior and then freshman and then an 8th grade class. It's just really, really big. Got a couple juniors that will play some big minutes for us, but really just trying to get experience and find a good rotation to be able to play a little deeper into our bench.
Emily, start with you on this one. I'd like to hear both of your answers. Are you basketball ready yet, as far as been in the gym enough and getting your bodies ready for all that battling? And 2, senior year, what are both of your high ceiling aspirations?
Well, I was actually talking to Coach about this the other day. I feel in the best basketball shape that I've ever been in, actually, which is surprising. But as for how I want it to go, after experiencing going to region last year, I definitely want to experience that again. So I'm definitely working as hard as I can to get back there. So.
Well, I'm glad Emily's all the way in basketball shape, because I think I'll get there soon. But yeah, like she said, I think us getting that taste of being in region, and with the seniors, I think with this being our last year, that's kind of our driving motivation. Like, this is our last year, so we do have something to lose. So really just going out and giving it your all, I think, is just what is driving us the most. So.
For you all as players, Coach mentioned just kind of getting those younger girls adapted and stuff like that. As seniors, it takes like a big role for you all to be able to bring them in and acclimate them into the game. So what do you put upon yourself in order to get those younger girls in?
Well, with a lot of the girls, they also have a lot of differing, I guess, learning styles, I guess you could say. So I guess the way we communicate with them, we just have to make sure that it's more of constructive criticism. Like, we're all there. We've all been where we've not known the plays, or we messed a few things up. We've all been in their shoes. So I think us just coming together and being one is kind of what's going to help us get through the diversity we have in the team. So.
Coach, let's talk about these 2 young ladies that are sitting here before us. What makes both of their games special?
Emily's just a natural point guard. She leads the floor, always has just been a floor general. She just has a knack for finding the open man and making the pass. In the past, we haven't always had kids that are ready to catch those passes, and I think we finally got to that point that kids are a little more expecting of them. Carrie has been one for us that she will show us these glimpses of great things. I trust her wholeheartedly as a shooter, but she's going to have to show me that I can trust her on the defensive end. So I've really been pushing her in practice to tell. I've told her I want you on the floor this year, but you're going to have to show me that you'll get down defensively and do that. We just need her to trust herself as much as we do as coaches. But both of them are excellent leaders. They're great role models in the community, in the classroom, in that locker room. And to me, that's probably the most important thing that both of them bring.
Especially being your senior year, I mean, there's always, no matter how long you've been around the game, playing the game, there's always something that you can improve on that needs work. So just what are some things, like especially this off season, going into the beginning of the season, kind of working out those kinks a little bit, that you all are just focusing on individually as players?
For me, with the loss of Gracie last year, I know I'm going to have to take more shots. I'm going to have to take way more shots than I have. And so I've just been working on my creativity, getting more open shots, taking the shots that I need to so I can contribute that way.
Like Coach EK said, working depth-wise, like having to go in and getting people experience in. I think for me, ball handling really, because me being a guard, I'm going to have to kind of step up, being able to handle the ball. And like she said, if she does have confidence in me as a shooter, I need to be able to handle the ball. So I feel like that's a key thing for me this year that I want to work on.
Coach, it's almost the end of football season. There's some more to play there for Coach Adler. So I wanted to ask you, ever thought about bringing him in as an assistant? He could probably coach it. And I wondered if he's ever had you on his mind to come in and help coach a little football.
So his first coaching job was as my assistant. So I tell all the kids at school, because we're both Coach Adler, like I'm the original 1.0.
The OG.
So I would love for him to, but we both just dedicate so much time to our seasons. He works super hard in the off season. He'll come in sometimes and work with us, or we'll watch film, but just we've got 2 kids that both play. So he really wouldn't have the time to give it what I would demand of him. But it's kind of nice to have him look at things and us be able to bounce stuff off of each other, just different perspectives, and kind of look at, oh, hey, I'm dealing with this, what would you do, recommendations. He is, listen, I have to talk him off of a ledge sometimes, but I've been doing it a little bit longer. But he actually was my assistant coach for a long time.
One of the greatest duos in sports, Floyd.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Last question for the girls is just, what does being a Logan County Lady Cougar and being able to go out there every single day and put on for your school, what does that mean to you all?
It's definitely, I'm 100% glad that I'm part of this team and the program. And I had a time where I thought that I didn't want to do that anymore. And definitely just being a part of the program, being able to be in the atmosphere of the games, and getting to create the bond with all my teammates and my coaches, and create lifelong friends. It's part of it.
Like Emily said, that bond is really the best thing. We say a lot that it's more than basketball, and I feel like that goes not just on the court but off of the court. I feel like the connection that we have made through the basketball team, like some of the girls, just the way that we've grown closer to each other, I think that's one of the best things, and you can really see it once we do get on the court too. So.
Well, guys, thanks for joining us here, and good luck heading into the 2023-2024 season.
Thank you for having us.
And we'll be right back with more Sports Connection after the break.